So, why a podcast?
I think it's a very great way to tell students how they can get the part-time jobs in the guild or in the university. I can tell you firstly about inter-campus competition. It's a competition in which the idea from Edgbaston campus and one idea from Dubai campus, they have to pitch the idea. It's a type of, you can say, Shark Tank. And,
So it's like a global competition.
And you can get like a lot of money to start your own business. So I got the opportunity in November to go to University of Birmingham Dubai campus, compare how much is the difference. Like, is there any issue that Dubai campus are facing and help them in any way?
Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of Student Success Stories. I'm your co-host this week, Ruby Conroy, and I'm joined this week by my fellow co-host, Devansh.
Hi Ruby.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, these lights are really warm, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, welcome to the show. I'm going to start by asking you some very brief, obvious introductory questions, and I'm just going to rapid fire them at you, and then we can get on to the more detailed questions. So, who are you?
Devansh Simnani,
How old are you?
22,
What do you study?
MSc Management.
What is MSc Management?
So it's a business management course only. So MSc Business Management, you can say.
What year of study are you?
So I started my course in 2023 and I'm going to end in 2025, September.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Tell me something fun about you, Devansh. What do you do on the weekends?
So I like to play video games,
What video games do you play?
probably GTA 5.
GTA 5!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm waiting for GTA 6.
You're going to be waiting a while.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Shall we get to it?
Okay.
I want to start by talking about how this week, this is primarily going to be an episode to outline what this podcast is about. I'm obviously here interviewing you.
Yep.
What do you do, Devansh?
So I'm a student and I'm an officer too in the Guild of Students. So I'm an Activity and Employability Officer in the Guild of Students. And I'm going to end my role in this July. So before that, I have a lot of projects to work on, which is one of the biggest project is Student Success Stories podcast.
Our main episode this week is to find out more about your position as AEO and give our listeners some context to where you got the ideas for this podcast.
Yeah.
So why a podcast? Because I expect it's quite like a direct way to get yourself heard. Like people hear your voice and they can hear your thoughts, literally.
I think it's a very great way to tell students and about the journey and also giving some tips to the students like how they can get the part-time jobs in the guild or in the university.
So your current title is Activities and Employability Officer.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what that means for people who don't already know?
Yeah, so in Activity and Employability Officer, like I have to deal with more than 370 plus student groups, career network team, work link, and managing some of the big events like Grad Ball, Whale Fest, and also I have to deal with like some regular meetings and have some regular one-to-ones. I have to like deal with lot of student groups. Like if they have any issues they are facing, I have to deal with that and help them like in sorting of their like biggest events like which they want to do. So and also approving lot of new groups, help them with fundings, and yep, that's all.
That sounds like a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
I want to ask you now. What, if any, societies were you a part of? Have you been a part of? Because me personally, I am part of Guild TV. I know I have to interact with a lot of societies at the minute. Lot on my plate. What have you been up to, if any? What societies are you a part of?
So last year, when I am a student, I am the part of a public speaking society, education society, and some of the cultural groups like Hindu society, Indian society.
Can I ask you a question? For public speaking, what do you do for that? Do you just stand up in front of a crowd?
No. So they have a like proper like classes every week,
Okay.
and they give me like lot of opportunities where I
Okay.
have to talk about myself like for 5-10 minutes, and I feel like very helpful for me.
That is preparation for this podcast,
Yeah,
is it not?
of course. And it was very helpful for my like future planning also. Like
So you've done public speaking.
yeah.
What was the other one that you mentioned?
So I've done education society. Like I'm the part of education society, and like it was very helpful. Like they have they have a very interactive quiz, which I very
Okay.
much like. So
So is it like learning about a lot of different topics
Yeah,
all in one?
yeah,
Oh, that's
correct.
kind of cool.
Yeah,
So you've got public speaking society under your belt.
Education society,
Education society.
and Hindu society. Every Monday in the chaplaincy, which was like I feel like I'm far away from home, but I got this type of opportunity like where I can feel like I'm in India only. So that's a good part.
I like that. That's really
Yeah.
sweet. In terms of then, how your participation in societies is kind of leading you toward your career aspirations?
Yep. So as you know, I'm the part of public speaking society, and in future I want to start my own business, like probably in sustainable part. So I'm like using the resources which I have in the university also. Like if you know about UoB Elevate or inter-campus competition.
I actually don't. Could you
So,
elaborate on what
yeah,
they
yeah,
are?
why not? So if you, I can tell you firstly about inter-campus competition.
Okay.
So it's a type of competition which the idea from Eggbaston campus and one idea from Dubai campus, like will get selected,
Oh.
and you have to pitch in front of judges your idea, and
So it's
you
like
can.
a global competition
Yeah,
type.
it's a global competition, and you can get like a lot of money to like start your own business.
Like a Kickstarter type
Yeah,
thing.
it's a Kickstarter type. And if I can tell you about UoB Elevate. So it's a type of program where you can apply, like you have to submit your idea with like video pitch also, and it's a like proper like application which you have to feed like your 5-year future plan.
When
also.
you say your idea, do you mean like an idea for what? An idea for what?
For your business, like for your startup.
So it's the same kind of like.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing.
Okay, I see
But
now.
for this, you are getting a proper space also by like Be Enterprising team.
Okay.
And you are getting mentoring also. And you can in future you can apply for funds also, like which is a very great way like to start your business. You don't have to pay any rent. Like you are getting mentoring also from the university. So that's the best way.
My next question for you.
Yeah.
As the current AEO,
Yep.
how did you get involved with the process? What drew you to the role? Like, how did you first even hear about it? And how, like, because me personally, I
Yeah.
heard about guild officer positions having to film the guild elections.
Yeah.
I feel like when it's not currently election season, most people don't even realize that there's things going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So can you tell me how you got involved and what do you do? Summarize your role for me.
Okay. So like start from 2023, like because I'm doing like master course, so it's only 1 year. So one time I saw on the Instagram page, like on the story, like guild posted like officer election is now like going on, and you can apply for any position.
So you
Like-
heard about it through an Instagram post?
Yeah, I
via
heard-
the guild?
Yeah.
Okay. From my perspective of having filmed elections,
Yeah.
had you seen elections before you ran for it, or was it purely this Instagram ad that drew you to the role?
No, I have not seen the election because I have like it's only 1 year course, so I have not know about the elections or any type of things like happening there.
Okay.
We have full-time officer team too.
Well, Devansh, I would suggest you go and watch it. It was a
Yeah,
great filming
I know,
session.
I know.
So you're our current Activities and Employability Officer, obviously. In terms of what actually attracted you to the role, in terms of like compared to all the others, what made this one stand out to you?
So specifically for society, like I have to work with society and also to work with career department team, which I am very interested already. So,
What have you done with them?
so I like help them in the problems what students are facing, especially like international students, like postgrad students, and like in planning some events for international or postgrad student or undergrad students, like what students want. I'm working as a bridge between the students and the career department team.
So in order to have got the role in the first place, you would have had to do a lot of campaigning.
Yep.
What was that process like?
Yep. So the campaigning process was very interesting for me, like because during the campaigning, like you have lot of opportunities to like talk with students, and Guild also provide like lot of things which you can utilize, like you can make your big flyers like and put in the university, and also you have the opportunity to create some like posters, banners, and you can write everything like what you are going to do like when you become an officer and what your ideas are.
So like your manifesto?
Yeah, it's a type of manifesto. Yeah, you can create
What did
your
you have on your manifesto?
the main thing is to improve the career facilities and like for the students, and also to help like to have like some networking event which I have already done, like one of the networking event. So,
What was it?
so it's a global connection networking event. So it happened on 27th of February, and we got like more than 120 attendees during that time.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's actually really impressive.
Yeah. So it was a very good event, and it's a collaborative event between business society, Guild of Student, and career network. So I called like alumni from different fields, industries, and they sit as a panel member, and I asked them like a lot of questions regarding their job journey, how they got the job, like how university helped them like in securing a like good job.
So you clearly achieved that.
Yeah.
Tick for the manifesto.
Yep.
What other points on your manifesto are you really proud of?
So, working on one of the project, which is the PhD research study portal.
That is a mouthful.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, what does that
So-
stand for? What does that mean?
If you know, like right now, PhD students hire, PhD students used to do a lot of research studies, and they need volunteers for doing their research
I see
studies.
those whenever you go into any
Yeah.
public toilet
Yeah.
on campus
Yeah.
and you see the little phone number and you rip it off.
Yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm replacing that part.
Okay.
And I want to make it more sustainable. So
Yeah.
I'm working on a portal, like a proper website on the Guild website only. So where people can, where PhD student can directly put their research studies on that portal, and normal student can apply from there. If you know, normal students are printing flyers like big size.
Yeah,
So
and they're everywhere.
yeah, which is not sustainable. So what I have done, in one A4 size paper, I have printed around 10 business cards. I have put my 3 points because no one is going to read everything in detail.
Yeah.
So I have put.
Sorry, that sounded horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant in terms of
Yeah.
it is a lot, especially because I had to go through every single manifesto
Yep.
for all the running students as I was doing interviews for them. In terms of having to actually read manifestos, it's such a time-consuming job, and everyone's busy. Everyone's got their own lives to get on.
Yep.
So I think it's really smart to be here are my
Yeah.
big hitters.
Yeah, and I have put the big QR code on that flyer,
Okay.
on this business card only, which you can scan and vote directly.
For your actual campaigning process,
Yeah.
did you have a highlight?
So for campaigning process, what I have done differently, I have printed my flyers in Chinese too, to cater.
Right. Oh, I remembered seeing that.
Yeah. For that, I also got most unique campaigning certificate also, in the guild election.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Claps from the in-studio audience.
Yeah. So because as you know, right now, we have lot of Chinese students, and in international stake, Chinese students are on the top, and so I want to cater them also, and I feel Chinese students are struggle a little bit in English, and if we have Chinese flyer also to understand them, and that was so much helpful for me.
It's also a great way, I'd assume, to bring people in.
Yeah.
You're being inclusive in a way that hasn't been done by any of the other runners I didn't see.
Yeah.
So I thought that was quite a smart strategy.
Yeah, of course.
For my next question,
Yeah.
what does your typical day-to-day look like?
So it starts from 9 in the morning. I used to prepare my breakfast and then pack that and then come to university, in my office, and then.
So you get an office?
Yeah, we have an office, proper office.
I think I've seen, it's the one where, so sorry, if you didn't already know, if you become it's a guild officer that I should call
Yeah,
it.
it's
If you
a
become a
guild
guild
officer.
officer,
Yeah.
you get your own little workstation, your own little private
Yeah.
offices. So your typical work day is
Yep.
you wake up, you go to the office.
Office, yep.
What time is it? You've clocked in?
9.
9 o'clock?
Yeah.
What do you do in the working hours of the day?
So we have regular meetings every week, full-time officer group meeting where we used to discuss our projects, what we are working on, and it's a very good way to track each other progress. And of course, you have to tell everyone in front of in SMT also. So SMT means senior management team. So
Okay.
we have to tell them what we are working on, and what's the update every week. And also in the meantime, I used to work on my projects that I am working on. So one of the project is Student Success Stories podcast.
Hello?
Yeah. So, and also there are lot other projects, and I have regular meetings with career network team and comms and marketing team of our guild.
So your typical day today, you've gone through your meetings.
Yep.
Do they last typically all day?
Yeah.
Is it meetings all day and then that is work over? Or do you have
No.
any hands-on practical moments?
Yeah. So I have some of the time left also in my day, and which I used to utilize to think creative and work on my different projects.
You'd be
So-
mind mapping your big brain ideas.
Yeah, correct.
What time do you clock off then? So it's
Around
9.
5.
So it's a literal 9 to 5.
9
Okay.
to 5 job.
And then in terms of balancing your personal life,
Yeah.
so you clock off at 5.
Yeah.
What do you do for fun?
So I used to go tech library after my office, and
Couldn't be me.
yeah, and yeah, because I love to stay in library. I don't like my home for doing any work.
So you have found a balance, is what you're
Yeah,
trying to say.
so there's no issue with my work.
Because you're not doing studies this year, right? You've taken a year specifically
Yeah.
to do this role.
Yeah, so I have taken my 1 year gap. So
Is that typical for people who get
yeah,
a guild
so if
officer
you
job?
want to do full-time officer job, you have to take a break, 1 year break.
So you would take almost how people would do a year abroad
Yeah,
or a year in
yeah,
industry.
correct.
You'd do a year to do this job.
Yeah,
Okay.
but not for the part-time officer.
That
You
would be
can-
that's
yeah,
full time. Okay.
Yeah, that's only for full-time.
Asterix. That's for the full-time officers.
Yeah.
So for part-times, it would be the case of like you would juggle both your academics
Yeah.
and the job at the same time.
Yeah.
So I feel like we might have answered this already, but I'll ask you anyway in case you have anything more to say. So your entire day basically consists of some hands-on work, some meetings,
Yep.
a lot of communication with all your other officers, and I would assume just working towards your manifesto points.
Yeah.
So you manage your time well, enough so that you can have enough time to be here hands-on. And so you are clearly, your role here is my co-host.
Yep.
We're just doing an introductory episode to kind of like meet the crew. And so I want to ask you now for the people at home, what do you do behind the scenes for this podcast?
I select the guest for this podcast.
And how do you go about picking who will be a guest?
So they must have the experience working as a student staff in the worklink or guild of student.
What is WorkLink? I know I've asked you this before, but for
Yeah.
the podcast, can you elaborate on what WorkLink is?
Worklink is a platform owned by university, and if you want to work in the university, you can directly log in by your student email address, and you can see all the jobs which are in the university available and apply for that.
So in summary, this podcast, the aim of this podcast is to call attention to people who work at UoB in general.
So one more thing which I can add is about the lot of students are international students here, and they don't have the work experience of the UK job market, because that's the main point which I
Yeah.
want to cover, because I know a lot of international students struggle in getting jobs in UK. But if you can get job in the university, you can use that experience in your future jobs. That's the best way.
The way that you're describing that is kind of describing it as being like a pipeline into the UK job market.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of does sound kind of perfect. Imagine you've gone to another country and they've just gone like,
Yeah.
this is the easiest way to get a job around here.
Yeah.
More places need to do things like these companies, let's be real. I'm nearing a few of my final questions now. As you're nearing the end of your role as Activities and Employability Officer, I would like you to tell me what about this role has kind of benefited you and given you skills and experiences that you might use in the future.
I think so. This year, 1 year, is the one of the best year which I have really grown myself, because seriously, yeah, because I got seriously lot of opportunities in this role, and I have gained lot of skills specifically. I think so. I now I'm thinking very creatively.
I mean, look at us, we're on a podcast set.
And also I because I got the opportunity to work as work on the operational stuff of the guild. And of course it involves a lot of things related to budget, and as from business background it is very helpful for me, dealing with student group budget. I also used to sit in a alumni impact fund as a panel member.
Okay.
So
What does that mean, sorry?
Yeah,
Alumni. Sorry, it's Alumni Impact Fund, isn't it?
Alumni Impact Fund.
Uh-huh.
So Alumni Impact Fund is managed by DARO. So DARO secured funding from the alumni, different alumni who got graduate from University of Birmingham, and this year they got around 125,000 pounds.
Oh my god, 125 for the
Yeah,
year.
for the 125th anniversary, and also
Aw.
we got 125 applications only this year. Yeah,
It just had to happen. The numbers had to align.
yeah,
So, alumni have donated
yeah.
to
Alumni.
this big fund of £125,000.
Yep, correct.
What is that money going to go towards?
So normal students or the student groups can apply for that funding.
Oh, so
They have to pitch the idea. It's a type of, you can say, Shark Tank.
from the way that you talk about it, it makes it sound like you're really proud of it.
Yep, I'm very proud of, because this is thing which I have done. Yeah,
This is something that you've contributed towards making a thing.
correct. Yeah.
Congrats, by the way.
Thank you.
So with this being one of your prouder projects, is there anything else that you'd kind of like to highlight, spotlight? I am proud that I, as an Activities and Employability Officer, have produced this.
Yeah, so I'm very proud of, I got the opportunity in November, last November, to go Dubai campus, University of Birmingham Dubai campus. So build a very good relationship with other student leaders there, and work with different departments like career network, student experience team. So yeah, it was a very good opportunity. It's 1 week trip for me.
What did you do whilst you were out there?
So I have meet a lot of people there, different departments. Of course.
So you just kind of went around the departments and kind of
Yeah.
Were they any
To build a connection.
Were they much different, or was it kind of the same as the uni campus?
Totally
I mean, I
different.
assume that the building was different, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, but the campus is so beautiful, seriously, and the people are so great there.
And so this role gave you the opportunity to go out there
Yeah,
and kind of
yeah, correct.
compare.
So-
So what was the point of going out there in the first place? Is what I'm trying to ask.
We have one meeting also in the Dubai campus. So we have attended that like student staff forum, and also we got the opportunity to talk with lot of people, and we are there to compare how much is the difference between this university and the Dubai campus, and how we can improve that. Like, is there any issue that Dubai campus are facing? So we can make a bridge between the Eggbaston campus and Dubai campus, and help them in any way.
So you're saying as like a wrap up, you're saying for people who want to have these sorts of opportunities, to keep an eye out on guild advertisements, to check out WorkLink.
Yeah.
In terms of like opportunities that students, because I don't think, unless people have listened to this podcast, don't have a great idea of what these things are. Do you have any ideas of any other opportunities or experiences that you'd like to shout out? Like, because even this trip to Dubai is amazing. Who would know about this unless we talk about it right now? Yeah. So is there anything else that you'd like to spotlight, highlight, and any advice you'd want to give to any other students getting involved?
Yep. So as a student, I feel like I have done a lot of great stuff. And I got the Birmingham Award also, which is a very good recognition scheme.
What did you win it for? Sorry.
For the Birmingham Award, you have to submit what extra co-curricular activities you have done during your term time. Like, I have done as an officer, I am the current Activity and Employability Officer. I got the internship from the Career Network team, which is B Experience internship, which is for 20 days internship, and with very learningful for me, because I can manage my studies and internship both at the same time, and it's very easy because Career Network team is very helpful.
So you had the internship, you had the officer position.
Yeah.
What else led you to achieving this?
So I got also nominated for the BBS Student Impact Award.
BBS?
Yeah, BBS Student Impact Award.
What does that stand for?
So BBS is Birmingham Business School.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah. So I got nominated for Postgrad of the Year. And
wow.
Yeah.
We've got the right guy to be hosting this podcast right now.
Yeah.
And so in terms of you've used this to kind of be evidence why I deserve this award. From what you've done, is there any advice you would give people now stepping into your shoes?
Yeah. So I think so. Don't miss your newsletters. If you got any emails, check your newsletters regularly.
Read your emails, people.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm so bad at reading my emails though. I'm terrible.
Because there are lot of opportunities hidden in the emails only, in the newsletters.
Scroll down.
Yeah, seriously, I never used to miss that, because I want to share one of the experience, which is lunch with a leader opportunity from the business school. So, but I used to know from the newsletter only. I applied for that. I got the opportunity because they have very less application, because people used
Sorry, did you say lunch with a leader?
Lunch with a leader.
Who did you have lunch with?
He's a very big person from the AI industry, and currently he's working in the Google. So yeah, it was
okay. So
very
fancy
great.
AI.
Yeah, and we got 5-star lunch.
And you just got you got a 5-star lunch?
Yeah, in Eggbaston Hotel only. And it was so great, because everyone has the opportunity, total 6 or 7 students are there.
Yeah.
And everyone has the opportunity to ask 2 questions.
Okay.
Which we have already prepared. And also we got a lot of stuff to talk with.
So you would recommend to people, read your emails?
Yeah, correct.
Any other tips?
Also, don't miss out the opportunity to work as a part-time student in WorkLink or Guild of Student. And because they are the easiest way, because...
Especially because I know that you've taken on a full-time role. Part-time roles seem really achievable for people who, I'm thinking in terms of how you are forefronting what you're doing for international students specifically.
Yeah.
If you don't have another year to be spending here, part-time roles through these jobs, one would also make student living so much more convenient. And I'm sure we'll hear that as our guests come along and say how their lives have been better from XYZ.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course, it's a very good opportunity to improve yourself. Because in the full-time job, you have to give your best.
All the time.
In part-time role, you have the chance, you can improve yourself, you have the opportunity, and you are getting paid also for that. So that's the best part. And the second thing which I want to tell, get involved in societies as much as you can.
I think speaking from a personal level too, I know you've done a lot of societies. I also didn't really get involved in societies until my second year.
Yep.
And it's not only I'm learning a lot of skills, obviously, through my society of choice, but I hear all the time about how it's the people who you make friends with that because you're around them.
Correct.
you choose to be around them all the time, or at least I do. Like, I can tell that these are going to be people that I like maintain connections with. And so it's just like, I feel like it's a great way to probably like foster community sentiment, be it with your other officers or the societies that you get involved in, or these silly little trips out and experiences that I'm like, I should read my emails more if I get to go to Dubai. What? So thank you very much, Devansh. It has been a pleasure. Thank you for coming on the show as a guest. But you will see us return when we have some guild employees to be speaking to. So keep your eyes and ears peeled, and we'll see you on our second ever episode of Student Success Stories. Bye.
Bye-bye. Perfect.
Hey, I didn't really read that. Give me a second pause before you start talking, because I'm going to cut that and I don't want to hear my voice as you're talking.
Yeah.
Okay. So why podcasts?
I think it's a very great way.
Maybe if you're going to mention the societies, sorry, my dog is...
No, I'm staring at your dog.
And like I used to deal with career.
Stop clapping
Sorry. Yeah. Me and my friend, I told my friend also, Ravi, so he's an international officer.
Shut up.
Yeah. So,
Activities. Sorry, I need you to tell me what the AEO is again. Activities and Education Officer.
no, activity and employability.
Employability. I knew it. Because I said education too many times. What do you study?
MSc Management.
You had to think about, sorry, what was that?
MSc Management.
Embassy Management?
Yeah, MSc Management.
Oh, MSc. I thought you said embassy. Okay, right, let's do that one again.
MSc.
I think I've seen it before. I'm going to wait until all this noise stops.
Okay.
Thought so.
Better.
Rude.
Behind the scenes, I used to.
Jamie. So sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just. Oh. So you are nearing the end of your time as your role as AEO. I had to think about that for a second. Okay, right, ready? As you're nearing the end of this role as what is it? Activities and Employability Officer. It's such a mouthful, I swear.
This year they got like £125,000 from the alumni.
Sorry, you have to say that again for me.
Yeah.
This year they got what?
£125,000.
One leg. What? Sorry, what?
Okay.
My hearing keeps cutting out.
1 lakh. You know one.
Leg?
1 lakh.
I don't know what a leg is.
Okay, you don't know 1 lakh is what.
No, what's a leg?
Okay.
Sorry, we're having a moment. What is a leg? This
Leg.
is not even a podcast. I don't know what that means.
So amount. It's like pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was like GBP. That's like the currency, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Sorry, this is for the bloopers reel now.
This year, like.
I'm sorry. This is me being serious to you now, not for the podcast. I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Okay, I'm not.
You're giving me an example of. What? That's not even relevant to the question I asked. Why are we talking about this? So it's the Alumni Impact Fund.
Got the funding from alumni. So alumni are giving
so they
the
are
money.
giving the money.
Yeah.
I see.
That's it, how it works.
Okay. I'm following now. I broke the cards.
Yeah.
We have been filming for a long time. I'm scared about that camera.
Let's turn on 10.
Oh, let's turn the lights off.